Today I'm starting right here in Pascagoula, Mississippi at Lighthouse Park. Boy, it's a windy day. Hi guys, it's me, Jules, standing here again in Pascagoula, Mississippi. Look at that submerged boat launch there. And today I'm gonna be exploring the Gulf Coast here in Mississippi. Starting in Pascagoula, I'm gonna work my way through Ocean Springs, Mississippi to Biloxi, where I'm staying for the weekend. I stayed in Biloxi last night. Almost lost my hat in the water there. Stayed in Biloxi last night. I'll stay one more night. So, if I could bother you for a few minutes, that works. Why don't you join me? There must be some good fishing out there. They've got this fish cleaning station here. It looks like it's been used quite a bit over the years. We are in the Gulf, so you will be catching some speckled trout, maybe some redfish, and this right here, southern flounder, which is my personal favorite fish to catch and eat. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Getting some raindrops on me. Probably gonna get a couple of sprinkles here and there today. But there's one reason I came here to Lighthouse Park in Pascagoula. It's actually just around the corner here. The only reason I came here was because there was once a UFO abduction, or an alien abduction, whatever you want to call it, right here at this location. As this placard states here. Bit of history. In the evening of October 11th, 1973, two local shipyard workers went fishing. When dusk fell, a buzzing sound alerted them to a football-shaped craft hovering behind them. You can see some imagery here. I doubt that's what they saw, but maybe close. Out of the craft yielded three creatures who carried them back into the space vehicle. He fell unconscious. And they were paralyzed. Inside the craft, Hickson, one of the two shipyard workers, was examined by a robotic eye. Robotic eye. And then both men were deposited back on the riverbank, and the spaceship shot away. Well, that's a pretty wild story right there, if you ask me. Okay, so I guess this art was part of a book called Pascagoula, The Closest Encounter by Calvin Parker, one of the gentlemen that got abducted right here in 1973. As it says here, there are plenty of theories about the occurrence, ranging from a hoax to I don't know this word or that word. Semi-awake dreaming. Okay, that's what it means. Semi-awake dreaming. To a true encounter. Regardless, it remains the best documented case of alien abduction, particularly since there is a secret tape involved, and not one, but two witnesses. So either these two gentlemen are full of it, or there is life out there in the universe. Always got to look up. Yeah, there may be something hovering right over my head. You just don't know. Been a lot of UFO sightings out there in the world lately. Just makes you wonder. You can see I've also dressed for the occasion. Got my UFO tee on today. So I always enjoy reading about close encounters. Whether you believe it or not, you just never know. I mean, big universe out there. We can't just be the only life forms. Just makes you think. Just makes you think. kicking. I'm not even sure you could hear me talking right now. It's so windy. That's coming off. It's easy to lose your balance. There's not a lot of movement on this wharf, but that wind is so strong you're kind of exposed out here, so you gotta just watch your footing as you walk, as you're walking back. So yeah, Lighthouse Park. It's more of a boat launch and a parking lot than anything, but it spans under the bridge here, out by the waterfront. And I think there's a walking path. If you go in that direction, there's an actual lighthouse you can go explore. There's also some more history here. The legend of the Singing River. Man, it's sort of a grim tale here, if you care to read. We're just out here by the river. That's the giant parking lot. Boat launch that spans all the way to the lighthouse, which is way out there. See, I'm starting to think they either moved the lighthouse because it's nowhere near the water. Maybe this is some old remnants of a pre-existing lighthouse they've converted into the sign here. I don't know. Not really sure the history. Looks like some pretty old brick though. Yeah, this was the original location of the lighthouse back in the day. And there's the new location. But yeah, it used to be right there on the water, where it should be. So yeah, this lighthouse was built in 1859, and much later took on some damage from Hurricane Katrina and was then relocated to this spot right here in 2010. That's a pretty old lighthouse right there. They do tour guides at the lighthouse on Friday and Saturdays, but today's Monday, so we won't be taking that tour. So I've stopped here at the Gulf Islands National Seashore. I guess it's a nature park of sorts. I'll go see what they have to offer. So inside the welcome center you get some more displays of the wildlife you might see out here. Well, not necessarily on land, but the Gulf of Mexico. You also get some lessons on how the Gulf and ecosystem here is shaped. There's an interactive map of different hurricanes coming through the Gulf. Here, of course, is Hurricane Katrina in 2005. I guess that's an osprey. Check out its wingspan. It's pretty wide. It's pretty close. Give you some perspective on the wingspan of the osprey. And of course I measured in at 64 inches. My exact height.
The shape of the island before Hurricane Katrina, and then after Hurricane Katrina, that's what's left.
Mm-hmm.
So this was all Ship Island, and then after it was this. And you can see the satellite view here of what it looks like after. Until what's left. That's all gone.
guess that little crab's gotta hide from the giant slabs they got out in the Gulf. That's a speckled trout. Got some of that marsh life. Some oysters. It's usually where you find the redfish. Your oyster beds. Oh, I got something for the senses here. Slide and smell. So this is peat. Let's see what that smells like. Peat. Ah, yes, the peat. Now this is new for me. These here are hurricane balls. I guess they're sort of like tumbleweeds, but these are formed during hurricanes. The one on the left is from Hurricane Katrina, which was in 2005. And this one apparently is from Hurricane Camille, way back in 1969. That's pretty old. So the self-guided tour continues outside along the path here. Yeah, you can see the bayou out here. Also, there's a chance you might spot one of these critters playing hide and seek. I never have luck finding critters out here, but you never know. We may spot one of these days. Got some strong winds coming in from the Gulf. You can see the Gulf out there in the distance. And one of the islands. Oh yeah, look, there's an egret out there. Oh, yeah, there he is. All right, finally got to see some wildlife in action here. Oh, he got something. That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to catch a fish. I think he got it. That would be the perfect location for an alligator to get some sun. There's a, probably can't see it, but there is a submerged log. There it is, right here. It's the perfect spot for an alligator to soak in some rays. But not today. All right, I think we've seen everything this park's had to offer. So on to the next thing, which I'm not even sure where I'll be making a stop next. We're just kind of winging this one today. So I'm here in downtown Ocean Springs. Just drop by the District Coffee Company, get me a cold brew. Do a little exploring here. Ocean 7 TV Studios. It looks like it's more than just t-shirts here. Yeah, they got an assortment of graphic tees here. I'm not sure what that says. I don't speak French. Salty Crew, I've never heard of this brand. You know, I've heard of Salt Life and other variations using the word salt for a brand, but Salty Crew, that's a good one. Now, if you know me, I like a good shirt. Liking the artwork on this one. As you walk in, look up and say hello to our pet alligator, Alvin. Hello, Alvin. This guy was hand carved in Maine. It's 8 feet long, made out of cypress. It's for display. Oh no, it's not for display, it's actually on sale. 75 big ones. That's 7,500 big ones. I've got these antique gumball machines for sale. See, this one's 300 bucks. And then you get a piece of history here. how old that is. I've seen a lot of paintings of egrets and pelicans and local birds here on the Gulf Coast, but I've never seen a painting of a skeleton of a pelican. That's interesting. Kind of like it. 185. It's called Skelecan. Oh, that's clever. Oh no, this is very interesting. This thing's found in Dallas, Texas. It's a 1960 hotel coffee bean grinder. Check out this thing. This thing is massive. For the low price of 975 bucks. But, I mean, it is an antique. It's very unique, and I'm sure you're not gonna find one of these very easily. We've also got these vintage postcard albums for Shepherds of the Hill in the Ozarks. We're just out there visiting. Of course, Marble Cave is the cave right under Sulphur Dallas City. And Fairy Cave was the original name of Talking Rock Caverns, which is another cave we visited out there in the Ozarks. Oh, these are pretty cool. And from the 1940s. And there's 10 to 12 postcards in these albums here. I've also got Louisiana vintage postcards, look, Cafe Du Monde. This one says Rare Cafe Du Monde postcard. You can tell it's got some age to it. There's more antiques in the back here. You can see how far I've come. It's not a very big store. And it's sort of just a mixture of antiques and local art. Yes, you can come back here too. Yeah, it looks like they've got a bunch of old books and records back here. Oh no, these are cool. 1960s miniature soda bottles with metal bottle caps. Not a big soda drinker, but I mean, these are, I've never even heard of Wink. Oh, here we go. Here's a Pepsi one. There's actual Pepsi in here too, I think. Yeah, actual soda inside. Wow. Double Cola, never heard of it. Oh, okay, cool. Look, there's an RC Cola. I wonder what that tastes like today. Yo, the power just went out up in here. It's storming outside. Yeah, it's really coming down out here. I guess we're stuck here for a little while. There's another store down the street we wanted to go to. We might be able to make it there. You want to go? All right, we're doing it. Let's go. We're just here taking refuge for the time being. All right, so the rain just started coming down here. And I'm not really sure where to go from here. Yeah, as you can see, it's coming down. I'm just stuck in my car here until I guess the rain subsides or figure out where I'm going. So I hit the road and then it just started like pouring. So I pulled over on the side of the road here at this restaurant, I guess. And I noticed these murals. But I think this rain's about to start back up here. So I guess if all else fails, just come look at these murals. On that note, I gotta run before I get stormed on. The weather looks terrible back there. So, you know what's up. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.